Hi everybody, Shalom Likolam. Today we will speak about two mitzvot because they are connected to Torah, but they are two separate mitzvot. First one, it is we can call it King's Torah scroll, that every king should write a Torah scroll and for himself, and that is not be separated from him, so you always have to keep it next to him. And let's find the source. Of course, is the Torah, and this is Sefer Dvarim, chapter 17, pasuk 18. It shall be that when he sits on the throne of his kingdom, he shall write for himself 2 copies of this Torah in a book from before the Kohanim, the Levites. And Rambam said that when the king Melech start to reign over the kingdom, from that time immediately he should start to write the Torah scroll. And the thing is that if you cannot write it, so you can ask somebody to write for you. We should know that there is mitzvah that king should write a Torah scroll, 2 of them. And let's look on the second mitzvah. It's that it's for the common person. We can call it a personal Torah scroll. So every man should write a personal Torah scroll. And when we do it in Sefer HaMitzvot, Shur Kafhet, Mitzvah Tavav, it said then when we write this Torah scroll, then Hashem sees, and it's kind of like we receiving the Torah like we've done on Mountain Sinai, like we kind of renew this process. So like at that time, like it's the same as we do it now when the man write a Torah scroll. But if it's impossible to him to write it, if you cannot, maybe you don't know how to write, then he should buy it or hire someone to write it for him. From where we learn it about the personal Torah scroll, that is Sefer Dvarim, chapter 31, pasuk 19. So now write this song for yourselves and teach it to the children of Israel, place it in their mouths. So this is about them writing a personal Torah scroll. And the language of the Gemara, Sanhedrin 21b, is Rabbah said that even if his ancestor left for him Torah, Torah scroll, but he still have to write it by himself. That because that he does not become proud from the Torah scroll of his ancestors. As we said, that when we receiving Torah and we are doing the mitzvot and study, that it should be through our hard work. So that's why every man should write it for himself, even his ancestor left for him the Torah scroll. Also discussed that ordinary person should write one scroll, and Melech king, he's the one who ruled over kingdom, and he should have 2 copies of that. As is taught in Baraita, and he must write 2 Torahs for himself, for the king. This means to say that the difference between a king and ordinary person is that every man is obliged to write Torah scroll, whereas a king, too, as it explained in the 2nd chapter of Sanhedrin. Sources as like Masechet Shabbat, Kaf, Lamed, Gimel, Talmud Bavli. Person should write the Torah for himself. We said we cannot write something that, like the parts that we want. We should write whole Torah, and that is say that write the song for you, that the song that Moshe write, Hazinu, and the same, all the Torah we say that like a song for us. So the person should write the whole Torah. This person cannot write the Torah scroll, so he can buy it. He can buy a Torah scroll, or he can hire a special person who is writing the Torah scroll. We call it sofer, and he will write it for him. And even if he has a Torah that he received from the ancestor, he still should write it by himself. And even if person will correct even one letter in Torah, it's equal that he wrote a whole scroll. But Rabbi Asher ben Yehiel said that explanation is referred to the time when every Jewish person writes it by himself. But now we are having a Torah scroll in synagogue, and we keep it there, and we will take it out and we will bless on it and read it. And that was why it was given, that to keep this the mitzvah, like he said, it was given because it was necessary to have opportunity to study Torah. It was, I think, more common than people was writing it, but now most of the people are hiring the softwares, or they buying the Torah scroll. And this mitzvah, all the men should follow wherever you are. There is a story about Melech Yanai. He was not a Jewish person, but he was very had wisdom. He was very smart, and he heard about the Torah, and he sent a letter to Jerusalem that he asked to send him the Chachamim who can write the Torah for him. And 70 Chachamim arrived, and they knew that it's not allowed to teach non-Jewish person all their part of Chumash, and especially the deep meaning of that. Only the part that connecting to non-Jewish, that are Bereshit and about the Noah and the flood. And after they did it, they decide, and it happened that they decided they was staying in a different room, so they cannot be connected, but as Hashem did, every one of them changed something in Torah and at the same place. And when the king received the Torah scrolls, he found out it. But nevertheless, because it's not allowed, so there many people died after that, about 15,000 of people because of that. So that is saying to us that we should be very careful when we are doing the mitzvot, and we should carefully check how to do them. There are many details how to do every mitzvah, And as we said, we now in our word is the word of Asiya. We have to do things. We have to perform them. It's good to know, it's good to study, but the main thing, we have to perform that. The main thing that every man should fulfill that mitzvah. And it's very important because the Torah is, as we said, Hashem write it down himself into the Torah. So this is like the Melech himself. And it's very important to us to keep it and the knowledge, and to pass it to our future generations. That's why it's very important to do it. And as we said, everything should be through our hard work, and that's how that we only can reach this by doing the things and hard things. That how we can be connect more to Hashem.